This video is brought to you by Dice, the global entertainment content marketplace. Welcome back to the Story Behind the Story series. In today's episode, we are talking with Joseph Peters of Renaissance Productions, discussing two phenomenal brand new movies that he is working on, Tango in the Dark and Blood on the Streets. If you're a buyer and wish to acquire a Renaissance Productions title, or you're a seller looking to get your content out to a global audience, you can get in touch with us through our website, connect.digital, or you can email us at dicesales@connectdigital.com. Without further ado, let's get into our interview with Joseph Peters. So again, Joseph, thank you for being here and conducting this interview with me. I'm very excited to talk to you about these topics, your company, and what you're creating at the moment. To kind of start off, I just wondered if you could introduce yourself and share a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Joseph Peters. I'm a writer, producer, director. I was born in Southern California. My father was of European descent, and my mother is from Bogota, Colombia. And she was the one who introduced me to tango music, comic books, and classic films at an early age. I began writing, drawing, and painting at the age of 7. I performed in musicals at my high school in Pasadena, and then I attended the University of Southern California, where I completed my coursework in art, music, writing, and theater. And then I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in Communication.
That's a very eclectic history for you to have. It's really, really cool. So you've always been interested in the creative arts since a very, very young age.
Yes.
So, going on from that, what kind of motivated you then to begin working in the film industry?
Well, I think I was always attracted to film because it's the one medium that combines all of the arts. It has the visual, artistic expression, the story, the music, as well as the locations, which are also characters in the film.
Could you share a little bit about Renaissance Productions?
Well, kind of how I began, it was I was on my way to work, and a song came on the radio. It was called Mas Que Nada by Sergio Mendes in Brazil 66. And as it was playing, I was able to visualize the way it would be shot, edited, and what the final music video would look like. That is how it began. And after that, I went on to make several short films, music videos, and one documentary. And I've also been fortunate enough to receive several film awards for my work. And now currently I have several feature film projects in development with completed scripts, completed storyboard, shot for shot, budget, demo music, and letters of interest from the cast and crew.
That's an amazing progression. And now you've kind of, definitely kind of traverse perfectly onto the next question, which is obviously you're currently working on 2 titles with Dice, Tango in the Dark and Blood on the Streets. I wondered if you could expand on those projects a little bit, what they are and where you are in the process at the moment.
Well, Blood on the Streets is a romantic crime thriller, and Tango in the Dark is a psychological romantic thriller. And we have developed and created trailers and promo videos for both of them. And all of my feature film projects are part of an anthology series. The themes are good versus evil, life and death, and a blending of reality and fantasy. And all of them are set in unique and beautiful locations.
So there's definitely something about almost like the yin and the yang view of you talking about life and death. And I wonder what, of course, a little bit of a tangent, a sub question, what motivates those topics?
I don't know. It just sort of just comes natural. I think part of it, though, is just the films that I was introduced to when I was young and through the years. It's like I examined, I said, why is it that there's certain films that you can watch and you've seen them once and that's it. Yet there are other films, the works of Alfred Hitchcock and Orson Welles and Francois Truffaut and Bergman and Wong Kar-wai is another example, where you watch the film and you want to see it again and again, because there's all these little details and all of these very interesting things. And I think part of it too is those particular filmmakers drew me into that world. And that's what I attempt to do with the work that I do.
Yeah, and that's very respectable. It's very evident from having this conversation with you that you pay a lot of attention to those finer details of what makes the bigger project successful in its own right, because it's all of these little kind of fragments, if you will, that kind of build up this beautiful piece, this expression of art. Have you got any other projects that you're working on? Because I know you mentioned previously that you've worked on music videos and other forms of media before.
Well, I mean, right now I'm currently working on a new script. Once it is completed and copyrighted and developed, I will post that feature film project on my website. You can view all of my feature film projects in development by visiting my website at josephdpeters.com, and you can also learn more about Blood on the Streets and Tango in the Dark via the website dice.connect.digital. And I just want to also add something. I think people have often asked me, why do you believe these film projects will appeal to audiences? And I think it's because our main focus for my company is to provide content that is designed for the worldwide Latin Hispanic market. And according to recent articles that I've read over the past couple of years, the Latin Hispanic audience is currently being underserved. So with that in mind, we'll be making thrillers with action and romance, shot in English and dubbed into multiple languages, utilizing deepdub.ai. And we will be primarily working with the Latin Hispanic cast and crew, but also people from around the world. And these feature films will have a PG-13 rating so that audiences from age 12 to 92 and everyone in between can go and enjoy them.
No, that is a very beautiful thing. I wonder if there's any kind of differences between working on a project that will be promoted to Western society, if you will, like say people in the United States, people in Canada, people in United Kingdom, English-speaking countries, and Hispanic countries, or other different cultures and things like that. If there's any difference in the writing, the promotional process, the themes you touch upon.
I think, again, like I kind of mentioned, I sort of draw the audience into this world that I've created. So, I mean, you can, like in some of the locations, I mean, you could switch and be in another country or this country or that country. But I just try to create themes that will appeal to a worldwide audience. It just happens that my kind of main focus is Latin Hispanic, but then, I'll have a character that is maybe from Italy, or maybe he was, he grew up in New York or New Jersey and relocated to Portugal, which I have one of my characters from Blood on the Streets has done to kind of get away from, because he got in trouble in the crime circuit. And so he kind of escaped to Europe. So there'll be people from all different backgrounds in my projects. But again, the main focus, I'll try to serve that audience. I kind of do English because typically for the distribution companies, that's what they like. If it's in English, they don't worry about it. But certainly being able to work with other entities and being able to provide other languages is going to be I think it's revolutionary. It's really the wave of the future.
That is something about Renaissance that I'm sure will appeal to audiences, is that it doesn't matter where you live, you will find something within those films that you can personally relate to, which is a very, very beautiful thing. So it's been lovely having this talk with you. I just wondered I wanted to give the floor to you just to kind of, for any final words or anything you want to address.
Well, I would just like to thank DICE for providing me this opportunity. It is very much appreciated. And just wanted to mention that both Blood on the Streets and Tango in the Dark are ready to go. With funding in place, we can start pre-production.
And I very much hope you get there soon. I'm very excited to see what comes of these projects.
Thank you.
What do you think of this episode? Let us know in the comments below. As always, you can get in touch with us through our website, connect.digital, or you can email us at diesales@connectdigital.com for business inquiries. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. Have a great day.